Hello and welcome to the Layer Partner Series. We're excited to host some of our amazing partners and learn more about IoT solutions, LoRaWAN, smart buildings, and the importance of sustainable solutions. Today with us, we have two amazing guests from RAKwireless, Ken Yu, the CEO and founder, and Carl Rowan, engineer and technical marketing. Our CEO, Matt Johnson, also will join us. So stay tuned and let's find out together with what RAKwireless is all about. So, hello, Ken. So,
hello.
Welcome. In your own words, can you tell us a little bit about RAK? What is RAK? What is all about?
Okay, yeah, sure. Very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting. RAKwireless is actually we are IoT company. We very focus on the LPWAN application, low power wide area technology. So we provide end-to-end, the solution like the gateway and also the modular solution to enable people to build it and the device connect to the whole network. And so we actually IoT company offer the tools to enable the creative people to build the application on top of the low power technology. So that's what we are offering.
Okay, so yeah, you have like two kind of like sides of customers. So what companies or industries do you serve the best? I mean, what kind of like problems you're solving for them? What like service you're offering or they should expect from you?
Sure. We have typical three kind of customers. The first one is the developer. So they can build the application based on the tools we provide, include the hardware and the firmware tools. So they can build the application. That's what we focus developer market. The second one is that we actually offer our gateway, ready to use gateway with the sensor company like, there. So you actually sell the sensors to your customer, but also need to work with gateway, right? So that's what we offer our gateway as the infrastructure, work with the sensor company. The third one is we also work with the application company. For example, it's building an automation like, carrier or maybe hardware. So they have the BMS building management system. They need our gateway connect to their own system, but also they need to work with sensor company to offer the application like you guys together. So that's also we are actually working on right now. So we have three kind of customers.
Okay, and what's like the ideal persona based on like these customers, or are you looking like to expand, or have you identified like different customers but that you don't currently serve but you think like would be a good fit?
I think for RAK, we mostly is the first one and the second customer is our ideal customer, because we offer the gateway and also the so we can actually help them to deploy their solution faster, right? So that's what we focus right now. Yeah. So and also we also meet some new requirements. Is they actually need a plug and play solution. That's what we are start to explore right now. But majority mature market is the market we actually offer our gateway with the sensor company together to offer the solution.
Okay, so like about like the gateway and LoRaWAN specifically, like can you tell us a little bit more about LoRaWAN ecosystem's benefits and growth based on what you've seen so far?
Yeah, sure. I think one of the benefits for LoRaWAN is people can set up private network, right? They don't need to rely on the infrastructure from other. They can easily to build a private network. And the second one is compared to other technology like Zigbee, I think the LoRaWAN is very ideal for the building automation and maybe, the agriculture, something like that, because the coverage actually is very good. Well, for example, if we build one gateway in the building, in the 14th floor, we even can receive a signal in the first floor. So the coverage actually is quite good.
Okay, yeah.
And also we found another typical use case is for the indoor positioning. The customer, before they use Zigbee technology, and now they move to the LoRa because the coverage, actually they don't need to deploy many gateway, but still coverage is very good. So I think that's the benefit of the LoRaWAN fit for the building automation, smart city, and agriculture, these kind of scenarios.
Okay, great. I don't know if Matt, you have like any particular question on that topic.
I do. Yeah, I have a couple of questions. I mean, the first one is that, so Layer was launched in 2021, and we have seen over the last 2 years a huge change in the LoRa ecosystem. But RAK was founded much earlier than that. So I think you have seen an incredible evolution within the LoRa ecosystem. Can you talk about that? Because I think sometimes when I talk to people, they're still unfamiliar with LoRa and how exciting the ecosystem is. So yeah, what kind of changes have you seen since the beginning of when you started, and where do you see LoRa going in the next 5 years, let's say?
Okay, yeah, it's a great question, Mike. So so we started LoRa, I think, from 2017. It's from UK, London, because I went to an exhibition in London. Okay, next to me is Actility. We both is very small stand. From there, first time understand LoRa technology. And our background actually is the networking background. So my personal work in the Qualcomm before, most of my team in the networking company like Huawei and also Qualcomm. So we are very good in the Wi-Fi technology, and but Wi-Fi is a mature market, right? So that's why it's very hard for a startup to build some innovation. That's why when we heard about LoRaWAN, it's also private network technology, and also for the IoT, you can imagine connect huge of the sensors to the infrastructure. That can be a good potential market for the future. That's why we shift our focus from Wi-Fi to the LoRa. And then we just looking for a standard technology, because until 2017, there are still multiple technology, even in the LoRa, because some is LoRaWAN, some is a proprietary LoRa, right? LoRa P2P or something like that. But we actually, the background is communication. So we always follow the standard. That's why we choose LoRaWAN. And that moment, yes, you're right. So not many companies build the sensors. Also, maybe it's very ugly, not very good look. When our team used your sensor in our lab, they saw, oh, it's amazing because installation is very easy. So you guys did a very good job. Yeah. So, but at that moment, no, many sensors is not mature. But we are networking focused. That's why we start to build our gateway. And now you can see the ecosystem is huge. Many innovative company like you jump in the LoRaWAN market, and we can build many applications on top of that. So for the next 5 years of the LoRaWAN, I believe this year is very important because we saw many solid, serious POC projects coming. I think still market need more education, but this education probably is it's not the initial level of the education. Maybe go into next higher level. For example, the customer, they need a more plug and play solution. Okay, the customer need a more solid deployment proposal. For example, I want to test the coverage. Where I can deploy the gateway? Always the question like this is more seriously, right? So I think this year and the next year is very important because the POC is going to real deployment, and we can see many serious and critical questions are coming. But that will help for the technology evolution, right? And I think for typical use case like building automation, agriculture, and tracking, I think can be go to very, and the smart city can go to very huge in the next 5 years with more sensor jumping, with more solid deployment technology coming, something like that. So yeah, it's becoming more mature. That's my insight. I'm not sure what's the insight from Carl about that.
Well, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we see the same thing, that it is an exciting time and that there's lots of people entering the ecosystem. And I think also unique to LoRa is the interoperability between different devices, gateways, network servers, which makes it easy to mix and match to create fast solutions, which is what customers want.
Yeah, I totally agree. And another point from my side is, still LoRa is targeted for the B2B market. It's for the enterprise deployment, not the home residential, right? So that's every industry and the enterprise customer, they probably have very specific needs, right? So that's why I think right now, I think for the LoRaWAN space or low power wide area technology space, I think still it's a blue ocean market. I mean, as long as you can provide a good service and to help serve some of the industry, you still have market because everyone needs a service. So I think that's also one of the area RAKwireless want to work hard on is, utilize the team here, the knowledge here, and also partner like you. We can do something to make the deployment simple. We can provide some service to help customer increase the adoption rate of IoT solution. That's what we are thinking right now.